Hello, it's Leanne Peters, and I just realised I need to bring my light a little closer. It's Leanne Peters here. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook, and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I am here to stop by and share some support, create a space of healing, and to hang out with you for a little bit here. So I trust this video finds you well, and if you are struggling right now, I trust you find some support and some help from this video for you. So before I start, I want to send out an extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. So if you're new to watching, welcome, and all of those of you here who are joining live or to the replay later, welcome too. What I'll be doing is, look what I've got here. I've got a little something. Well, it's not that little. It is very big. It's my largest Tibetan singing bowl, and I'm going to play that for you, which will be awesome. So we'll do that soon. I also have my healing energy cards that I'm working on currently. So I've got healing energy cards, the original deck, which you may already be working with. I have upgraded quite a few of the illustrations. So we've got those cards in here that I'm working on refining before printing next year. And also then brand new healing energy cards number 2. So we've got cards 1 to 55 from the original deck, and cards 56 to 110 from the brand new second deck I've been working on for a couple of years. Actually, yeah, for about 3 years I've been working on the new deck. So I have 110 cards here, which I'm refining. So we're going to pick a card or two today. I'm not pulling cards for individuals, but I do trust that you've been led here for a reason. So we're pulling cards for all of us at this time. So how are you? How are things flowing for you in this moment? I'm coming to you live now from Tasmania, Australia, where it is Wednesday, the 22nd of September. Wednesday, the 22nd of September. Where has this month flown? And it is exactly 4:42 p.m. So I'm not doing readings for people. I am doing this, creating this space for everybody. But welcome if you're new, because I know that only new people would ask for readings. But welcome. So let's do some hellos in the comments and then we will get started. Rebna, good morning. Good afternoon. Welcome. Hi Kayla and Rongo. Rita's here. Hi Rita and Leanne. Hello. Ronette. Hi, hello to you. Hi Avril, and Canty's here. Hello, Kat from the UK. Leanne says, hopefully it's not too cold. It is so warm. It is beautiful and warm right now. It's currently 20 degrees Celsius outside, which is warm for us coming out of winter. And we are having a cold front come through tomorrow. So I'm enjoying the warm while we've got it. I started to set up outside, but it's actually quite windy. So it's inside, but it's beautiful and warm here. Alicia, hello. Hi, Sharon. Leanne is in sunny Queensland, and it's windy up there today. Hello, Lenique and Kerry. So rare to catch you live. Yeah, actually, I don't usually go live this time of the day either, so it's nice catching some of you who don't usually see my live streams. Joe's from Texas. Angela is here. And Linda is here from New Zealand. Welcome, and welcome to everybody who's watching today. So let's see what we're going to talk about and what I might play the singing bowl for today. I'm going to be basing that off the cards that I pull for all of us. So I'm holding the intention that I want to find the best card that the majority of us need for now, and for this time of healing and this space of support. So as always, please take on board what feels right as we progress, and let go of anything that doesn't feel right for you or doesn't resonate with you. That's okay. and just think of this as a guide only. I think you can really trust that you've been led here for a reason. You can trust that our paths have crossed at this time for a reason. So let's see what that is. That'll be a personal thing. So the best card as we prepare to go into the singing bowl is this one. Thank you. It's card 105 and it's called Disintegration. This card's come up once or twice and it's quite interesting. Disintegration. It's in the neutral category, so that means that space of center. The neutral sort of category too also contains all of the others, which are action, rest, depth, rise. And down here it says things falling apart to come back together again in a new and better way. Can we trust that the falling apart energy that we're noticing within us, around us, in the world, where it appears that things are falling apart, can we trust, or can we have a little bit of hope that actually things are falling apart so they can come back together again in a better and new way? It says release your hold. The glue is melting. So when I say that, I think of the stuff that's been sticking things together, the stuff that's been holding things in place might feel like it's melting right now, like the ground is crumbling from under us. So have you been feeling a bit like things are becoming unstuck, things are falling apart? It says transformation, reforming and repairing. So it's a bit like something might be disintegrating around us, within us, in our life or in the world that we're noticing. Something disintegrating, something becoming unstuck, unglued, so it can come together again in a new way. It sort of reminds me a bit of what I imagine it might be like for the caterpillar as it goes into the cocoon and it's literally pulled apart in its old form and put back together again, or reconstructed in a brand new way as the butterfly, as it prepares to then leave the cocoon. So what if things and ways that we had been used to, ways of being, ways of living, what if these things are changing? Can we let, or can we be open to the idea that maybe we're moving from a caterpillar stage and into a butterfly? Even though the caterpillar's probably quite freaked out when it wraps itself in a cocoon and it probably feels like it's dying. It could certainly feel like that as it goes through a whole big reformation and transformation. Probably not knowing, but probably with strong instincts to trust in the process, but not really knowing what's to come. This beautiful butterfly that it's going to emerge into, or morph into. So what if, and is there something going on for you at the moment that feels a bit like maybe something's coming to an end, or something's crumbling, something's falling apart? If you could, maybe we might even do that now. Can you give yourself a little bit of space? Maybe you might need to detach a little bit emotionally so you can step back and look at the bigger picture and see that perhaps things are actually changing or transforming into a better way, a new and improved or better version. Things falling apart to come back together again in a new and better way. Can you release your hold on the old way and the old form that we used to take, or the way we used to live? Can you let your hold go on what was? Because it can be very difficult when things have changed. If you're on the process of coming out the other side, there might be a part of you that wants to go back to how things were, because maybe things have changed. Maybe things are different for you now, and it's difficult to move on when you want to actually go back. So there is also this feeling here with this energy of being aware of trying to live in the past, because it's very difficult to move forward or to have any momentum in our life if we're stuck in the past and where we would like to still be, or who we would like to still be living or sharing our life with, and this sort of thing. So what have you got your hold on that is holding you back right now? Is this fear that you're feeling supporting you? Does it make you feel good? Is it empowering you? Or is it holding you down? Is it pinning you back? Is it making you panic and scared of what might be? So maybe some things to think about. I'm going to play my Tibetan singing bowl now to support this space of healing and this space of disintegration, surrendering, letting our hold go, and trusting in the process that's happening of things falling apart, or moving out of the past, or moving on, or moving forward, or moving through our healing that we might be moving through at the moment. So it's sort of like the opposite of feeling or shifting when we feel stuck or stagnant or in a rut. When we're holding on, we're not willing to change, we're living in the past, and we create a stagnation around us or within us. So it's kind of, I feel like what I'm talking about here is part of helping get past the rut, get out of that stagnant space, get out of that feeling of being stuck, but instead letting things crumble, letting things break down, letting the glue melt, letting the past go as best as we can, so that we can surrender that stuff and move forward into what wants to birth for us. And the beautiful butterfly that wants to come out of this process and out of this phase that we may feel that we're in. So when we're resistant to that change, we also hold ourselves stuck and stagnant. If we can let ourselves transform, let things change, it allows that transformation to occur. So if you just joined in, I was talking about this card, disintegration. And I'm going to now, the bowl is eager to be played. I'm going to play my beautiful large Tibetan singing bowl. I'm going to play this not for ages because it's very heavy, but I'll play it for as long as I can, and so maybe 5 or 10 minutes. And what I will do is hold this space to support your moving through whatever it is that you're feeling stuck with, whatever it is that you're holding on too tightly to, whatever you're resisting or scared of that's got you stuck. And what I recommend that you do if you've been feeling that way is take some really big breaths. Think about surrendering, and you may want to say that word as you're breathing out. When I'm surrendering, I like to imagine myself dropping back into the water and just feeling in full surrender in my body, with my breath, and also with my mind. Trying not to, make excuses or get too caught up in the mind, but just be in that feeling, fully in that feeling of surrender. So that's what I would suggest if you've been feeling what I'm talking about. If there's something more pressing that you need, if you are feeling okay, or if you need some support or some healing or something else that you're struggling with, then I trust that you will be open to receiving that while I play the bowl. So there's nothing you can do wrong. All you need to do is listen. Just listen. See what the bowl does for you. You will feel it in your body, no doubt. But just take a big breath and listen. And I trust you enjoy this space of healing and support that's been created for you. So nice big breath. And think about surrendering, letting go, and finding your peace inside. Okay, take a nice big breath. Still going. Goes for ages. So nice. Oh, sorry, I think I bumped you a bit. Thank you. I trust you enjoyed listening to the singing bowl and reconnecting with yourself and what was important for you. So if you did just join in, we were playing the bowl with this card in mind, which is disintegration. Things falling apart to come back together again in a brand new way. So I'm going to pull a card to go. Before I do, thank you so much for joining me today. I trust you've enjoyed this connection. If you have, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you would love to connect more privately, please send us a message through our website. What have we got coming up? I've got my next online art class on the 9th of October, and we're going to be connecting with trees, which will be really fun. So if you would love to join me for that, please have a look on my website. Also this Friday, so that's in 2 days, we'll be focusing on the sixth major chakra, which is the third eye. So we're going to be talking about vision, intuition, trust big time. So we'll be doing that. That's for my Pillar of Light members and my patrons who pledge $10 or more for the month. So if you would love to be a part of that, then please have a look on my Pillar of Light or my Patreon. And if you are a member or a Pillar of Light member or a patron, then you should already have, hopefully, the link to that direct live stream for Friday. I look forward to connecting with you. So let's, oopsie, dropping cards here almost. Catching cards is what I did. So let's look for the best card to go. I'm looking for the best card that the majority of us need now to move forward from here. So especially based on what I've already talked about, how can we move forward? What's the next step? What can we focus on now? This sort of thing. So the best next step for the majority of us, moving from disintegration and into this. Oh, speaking of trees, we've got card 41. Now, it was called Observation in the old deck, and I've now, for now, called this Breaking Free. It's in the rise category, so lifting up, rising like the phoenix from the ashes. Let's see what it says down here. It says, stretching past your limitations and into new territory. The unknown, break through. Now this is interesting because with the disintegration card, I talked about breakdown once, I think, and that energy breaking down and things breaking down for us. And often what follows breakdown, if we allow it to, is breakthrough. So breakdown into breakthrough. And we've got breakthrough here. It says move outside the box, keep growing and rise up. So what I see with this card, it's like if a tree could grow in a wooden crate. Let's say we were this tree and we're trying to grow in this confines of this wooden crate, and while we're a little tiny sapling, there might be plenty of room to grow in this fairly small space, but there is still space in this box. So then we move through life, we grow, and we become hopefully this bigger tree or this bigger version of ourselves. And then we reach a point where this wooden crate, this box, actually becomes restricting and limiting. So I imagine this tree sort of all confined in this box. It's trying to grow out of this tree, but it can't grow further than its limitations. So this box is its limitation, and this limitation, this box, it could be a box that we've put ourselves in, could be our own limitations, our own insecurities, our own fear, our own restrictions that we've been putting over ourselves, maybe for a long, long time. And it may have been quite fine for us to have these there until we get to a certain point where our soul wants us to grow, but the box, we've now taken up all the space that we can feel in this box. So it feels to me like a lot of us, maybe you, are at this point where you can feel that you want to grow and you feel like you want more, but there is something stopping you and you probably can't explain what it is. And so what this card is highlighting is our own limitations. So what is limiting you? Sometimes it's easy to say that person, because they hurt me in the past and they've kept me small. And yes, they may have hurt us, or this situation may have been terrible that we went through. But there does come a point in our life, usually later down the track, you know, it could be years, it could be decades later, depending on what it is and how it affected us, where we can no longer limit ourselves or be held back by what happened. So can you give yourself permission, and is it the right time for you to break down these limitations that have been holding you back? Now, if it's a new thing that's happened, if it's happened recently and it's still very fresh and raw and very difficult, then it might not be the right time for you yet, and that's okay. But if it's been a long time and you're just tired of carrying these skeletons in your closet, then maybe it's time now to really seriously look at what needs breaking down, like I talked about before, so that you can break through. You can break through those boundaries and those limitations. Now, boundaries, healthy boundaries are good, but sometimes those boundaries become defenses that we want to hide behind because it's safe back there. And, you know, we usually get quite defensive of our defenses. So boundaries can become unhealthy. Limitations too tend to be unhealthy, but it's not till we're at that point where we're ready to grow or we're ready to try this new thing when we realize, hey, I'm feeling insecure about this, or something's holding me back here, or I feel resistance here. So this is about breaking free. It's about stretching past our limitations. It's about pushing this box, this wooden crate, pushing the sides down, going for it and growing. And it's comfortable in here. It's comfortable in this box, even if we feel crammed and there's not much room for any more growth. Even if our soul's pulling us for more, pulling us towards more, come on, try something else, step into something new, challenge yourself. It's comfortable. This is like our comfort zone. So, you know, it can be scary, that next step of breaking things down, which is basically breaking free of what's been holding us back, what's been tying us down, what's been containing us. So what I'm feeling from this particular card, just like the Phoenix, that a lot of us here, and maybe you watching, are ready to rise up and be like the Phoenix and be like the butterfly, that, you know, that disintegrating energy I talked about before, and letting yourself transform, breaking out of that box now that's been holding you back. Let's stop making excuses. Let's stop defending our comfort zone and just go for it. What's the worst that could happen? If someone could say no, okay, that doesn't really matter to us because it means, I don't know if it really means nothing, but let's say we wanted to apply for something or try something. The worst thing that could happen is that someone says no, and then it's just the same as it was before. But there is a slight possibility that someone will say, yes, let's try that. And then here we go. Then you'll be like me, working on my first solo exhibition, which, yes, was a big step for me to do too. And, you know, it feels good. For me personally, I thrive on the challenge is the feeling now, stepping out of my comfort zone. But that was breaking free from the healing energy card. So see how that fits for you as you move forward. And please, if you really want this sort of stuff to help you, give it some thought as we prepare to turn this off. Journal about the things that stood out for you. Come back and re-watch the replay so that you can really see the things and the parts that stick out for you. I'm doing these to help support you, and hopefully they're nice to listen to and watch. But if you really want to work with them, please work with them. And I've done dozens, hundreds probably of videos, so please also look back in my video library on Facebook and you can find videos about all sorts of different topics. So thank you so much for connecting and watching and being here and sharing in this space with me. It's been wonderful, and I'm ready to make a pot. Look at this guy here. Yesterday I'm like, oh yeah, I'll make a little pot for plants, a little plant pot. My goodness, it ended up about double the size what I was thinking. So tonight I want to make a smaller one that will sort of fit in that, so I can put them in the kiln together. And then I might even make a third smaller one that sits in it too, so we have like a pair, two or three that are similar. And I'm going to paint a eagle, I think, in this oval shape. So it's still pretty wet. But anyway, have a great day, and I will talk to you next time. Take care. Bye for now.